What do you say to parents? Because I know you get parents that come up, Rod. I know you have parents that come up, Johnny. That my kid he's going to the NFL, right? Like he's 8.
Yeah.
I like seriously, we got to talk about it because it's like
I'm gonna let Rod do that. Come on, Rod.
But we have to talk to parents to help them understand. Number one, your dad didn't have that pressure. Your dad was painting the picture. I don't think it was necessarily pressure, but he was painting the picture for, hey, what do you want?
That's
right. And so I'm curious, just from when those parents come up and they ask, like, how do you talk through that?
I train kids every day, but I host NFL youth camps all the time.
Okay.
And there are those parents that has a little Johnny and that says, hey, I know he's my kid, but he's great at this, and I think he's going to be good at the next level. And then they want to pull out their phones and show me some footage. And I don't even care about that footage. Let me see him in today's camp.
Yeah.
And I will literally have to sometime, because I don't want to bust their bubble. I haven't seen their kid play.
Right.
But I watch their kid, and there are a lot of times, and I literally will say this, he's not going to even play in high school. He's good you may think he's good right now, but with this, I know talent when I see it. I also know heart when I see it. And he's going to be a great accountant. Or he may be the great governor or something someday. But you have to be honest with him. Now, don't that doesn't mean don't let him stop playing the sport.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because sports is going to teach him a lot of life lessons to be the best that he can be in life.
Yeah.
Maybe there's another sport out there for him. Maybe it's baseball. I don't know.
Yeah.
But from what I see every day and train in the game of football every day, there's some kids that I just look at and say, this must be his first time.
Boy, I'm glad you didn't see me as a kid. You'd probably said, Mr. Wells, he's probably going to own a watermelon patch. Because that boy, I ate so many watermelons. And I'm telling you, when I had a little stomach, I looked like I couldn't even be a chef.
Wow.
So, yeah, man, you have to be straight up with these parents, man, because they do wish the best for their kids or think the best of them. And, given the eye test, when I actually see them play or perform, right offhand if they can play this game later on. Because here's one thing about this sport. Yeah. You have to be crazy to play it.
Yeah.
You have to be a different person.
You have to be a different person.
It takes a different person.
Who wants to run full speed 100 miles an hour into a brick wall?
No. I'm out.
Play after play. Play after play.
Battle. You're battling every day.
Play after play.
It's a modern day gladiator.
You get hurt and then you suck it up. Like this isn't basketball. In basketball, no offense to any basketball players, point guard.
Right. Right.
But when you tweak an ankle in basketball, they sit you out for 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Not in football.
In football, you better go to the sideline, get that bad boy taped up, and be back out here on this field for the next series. Yeah. And you play on that pain.
And it makes you, you know what, Rod, you're right. It makes you, and I look back, as I always say, I'm a praying man. When I was playing football competitive, weighing 225 pounds, bench pressing 405 pounds, running a 900 meters, every day going to work, going to that field, you were going into battle. You were literally fighting. It made you a different person. It made me a different person. So I prayed to, for help in getting, because we didn't have any kind of social worker or psychiatrist to ease our way back into the league. I mean, back into normal life, because you're so high strung and intense. I mean, you don't mean to hurt anyone's feelings, but with that high intensity that you have to deal with on a daily basis, it makes you a different person. You and I were both different when we played. I mean, I had the eye of the tiger every time I stepped on the field.
Yeah,
you have to.
Yeah. And it just made you a different person. And I just thank God that I'm the person that I am today. But it's a different. And every kid is not made for that.
Right.
You
get conditioned. You know what I mean? Over and over again to do something, to push yourself to different limits, knowing that I don't know if I can run another wind sprint. And as soon as you blow that whistle, you take off anyway. Yeah. You know what I mean? And then that energy and knowledge transfers into your regular life after football, life after the locker room.
Oh yes.
And it's sometimes it's too aggressive for other people because we've been conditioned to be that.
And that explains why a lot of the NFL players now they have something in place to assist the player, after the league. But me, for example, when we would scrimmage Chicago and Mattoon, Illinois, I didn't know. I had no idea Steve McMichael was All-American at the University of Texas. I had no idea who he was. We got into it in practice one day, and he grabbed me and I grabbed him, and he said, "That's what we do, Longhorns, isn't it?" And I was like, I said, "Yeah, you can let me go now." But it was, you're just a different person.
Yeah. And
it's a hard transition, and some of those that can't make that transition from playing competitively, they get on the wrong track, and in their lives, they have horrible things happen to them, and I'm glad now that the NFL has got something in place to assist those guys in making that transition.